Let's continue with your calls and thoughts. We've got Mark. He's calling from Nitro, West Virginia, listening to WVTS. Hello, Mark.
Hey, guys, that's a hard call to follow.
I bet it is.
Guys, I wanted to help you out with your property ownership issues. A long time ago, I was taught, ultimately, property, when no one else lived here, nobody ever lived on the earth, God owned the land. This is why we use the term in literature about providence. When people came together, went into the land, they might run into other people. God decided the ultimate outcome of that battle, so ultimately God decided who owned the land. Once we started forming governments, we formed governments for the common protection of everybody in that land. And ultimately, I understand it's gone awry there, but I mean, ultimately, that's what it was set up.
That's the story.
That's the claim.
So,
I think that there might be some historical evidence that's contrary to that, but I think that that's the claim. That's what we've all been told.
Exactly. I mean, but at any time, theoretically, we can overcome that government again, just as So land ownership ultimately, unfortunately, comes down to, I was taught, whoever can defend the land, that's who owns the land. If you choose not to defend the land, then you're not going to own it long.
Might makes right is a powerful argument, but it does have some real drawbacks. And, I mean, supposedly, it'd be wonderful if we were moving into a world where people could talk out their problems and come to the solutions of truth rather than, who's got the biggest, longest spear.
But ultimately, when you get that, it's the playground mentality. Somebody always wants the swing that you're on. Somebody always wants to take your place. But somebody sees you have a candy bar, they're going to take it.
There's always somebody who will. And a lot of times, the ones that will be most successful at taking it will be the ones that manage to get the cloaks of government draped across their shoulders.
Well, no, what'll happen is those people who've been successful won't even have to take it from you because people will give their candy bars to them. And they'll feel good about it.
And so ultimately, that's why we as individuals have to come together to fight those that are more powerful than us from taking what rightfully belongs to us, and that includes our own government.
Well, that's one of the reasons why a lot of people are looking at moving to New Hampshire, people who love the ideas of freedom. People are joining the Free State Project. And, Mark, thanks for your call tonight. I don't personally want to fight. I don't like the idea of fighting for freedom. I just want to be free and then allow the government guys to do all the fighting because they're the ones, in my opinion, who are fighting desperately to keep their legitimacy. Because if they don't have their legitimacy, then people will see them as what they are, which is a criminal gang. And they will start to treat them appropriately for what they actually are, which is, again, a criminal gang using the threat of violence and actual violence to force their way on people who never hurt anybody, like you and I.
Free Talk Live, 7 nights a week from 7 to 10 Eastern, live on the Liberty Radio Network at LRN.FM.